Breathe speed.
I just hit a 6 on. Finally got a bolt with 6 on. Oh my god. Okay, so the title isn't completely true, however I have been using control on Vanguard for around about a week now, and the clips you're seeing in the background right now are all hitting that time frame. As you all know, I've been playing keyboard and mouse for about 3 years now. Started off on old gen, and obviously spent a lot of time on Cold War playing kbam. But on Vanguard, for me, this game just felt slightly off using keyboard and mouse. So I thought I'd give control a go, and honestly, I was shocked at how much smoother sniping felt on it in comparison to keyboard and mouse on this game. I do still prefer iron sight sniping and red gunning on keyboard and mouse, as that's just the input that I'm used to at this point. However, I do feel that sniping with normal scopes, especially if you're already comfortable with it, is much easier on controller. So yeah, pretty much today's video is just going to be me talking about a few differences that I've noticed between them, as well as some issues in general regarding kbam aiming and just the sniping as a whole on this game. It's something a little bit different, so if you do enjoy this style of video, please leave a like on the video and let me know what you guys think in the comments. The first thing I want to say is that most of the clips in the video were hit with the car, which is definitely the best sniper to use if you're on controller. Now if you guys didn't know this is the only sniper in the game that has aim assist slowdown before you even scope in. So as someone who's used to having 0 aim assist, this almost felt like aimbot with just how strong it was. Now bear in mind, I was using a busted Xbox 360 controller with insane amounts of stick drift as well, so that should say a lot too. So yeah, the Kar98 definitely feels a lot smoother overall on controller. I obviously understand that you controller guys need some kind of aim assist to compete with kbam, but yeah, it just felt a little bit much to me. We all know sniping as a whole is pretty weak on this game compared to the red guns. You know, we've got a stupidly strong flinch, slow bolt speed, slow ADS, the list just goes on. And this is something that you have to deal with regardless of whether you're on kbam or controller. One thing that I'm really not happy with in this game is how your scope isn't centered straight away with the normal scopes. The last time that we saw this was all the way back in BO1 before the buff, and it pretty much makes it a gamble as to whether your shots will hit at long range unless you try to hard scope. This is definitely more of an issue on kbam where you don't have any aim assist to help you out and pretty much just have to deal with the accuracy by yourself. But I really hope that the people over at Sledgehammer reconsider having this in the game. Nobody wants having random centering making you miss shots that otherwise would have hit on literally any other card. And this is definitely one of the main things that makes the sniping feel inconsistent on this card. I've also found it's much easier to stay on target while getting shot at if you're on controller due to the aim assist slowdown pretty much locking on, making the flinch that you get from getting shot at much less effective. Whereas with kbam, obviously you don't have aim assist, it can be incredibly difficult to control the flinch at times, especially at long distance. And with the ADS time as slow as it is, yeah, it's something that you're going to have to deal with a lot in gunfights. Similarly with the scope sway, the aim assist helps ensure you stay on target without much effort on your end. If you look at Cold War Sniping, which had absolutely zero issue with playing kbam on, the flinch and scope sway was significantly less and your shots were centered straight away. So to me there was no inherent advantage or disadvantage to using either input even with similar levels of aim assist. Now one last factor to sniping feeling off in this game, I wasn't even aware of until I came across this Reddit post, which basically shows how your mouse movements in real life doesn't directly correlate to your aim in game. Initially I thought me missing shots that I shouldn't be missing was just a result of me being not used to the game, but after seeing this video, talking to the other kbam snipers and realising that the scope isn't perfectly centered when you first aim in, things started to make a bit more sense. In the future I'm probably going to be switching between the two inputs depending on how I'm feeling. As I've already said, the Kar98 right now is definitely better on controller. However, I do still really like using iron sights on keyboard and mouse. It definitely feels more natural compared to controller. There's also the fact that my overall playstyle and movement is just generally better on keyboard and mouse just because I'm more used to it compared to controller. Hopefully in the near future we can get some kind of sniper buff which will make the sniping more consistent between the two inputs and just making the sniping better balanced in general. You know, there's no reason for the ADS time to be as slow as it is, and there's no reason for your scope to not be centered when you first scope in. So yeah, I'm going to end the commentary here. Hopefully enjoy that little ramble and maybe you learn something new. Enjoy the rest of the highlights.